channel. So I filmed this yesterday and it was out of focus. So here I am again filming this today. So exciting. Yeah, that sucks. But this is a doll repaint supply and doll haul. I like filming these and I like watching these when people put them out. Most people don't do these. I think that that's because I like to try out supplies, so I just pick up stuff that like I want to try. I think most people in this hobby pick up things because they have like a certain idea in mind, and that's just not me. I like to live in excess, okay? This is a smaller haul than like most of the doll repaint supply and doll hauls that I have up on my channel. Let's get started. I'm gonna start with like supplies first, because why not? Actually, I'm just gonna start with things that are like closest to me, because that's the easiest. So this is in no order, but this, Mr. Super Clear, which is basic, I know, but I have a certain little rant about this. So I like the MSC or Mr. Super Clear UV Cut Flat. First started this hobby, I was using Mr. Super Clear Matte, and then I switched over to the UV Cut Flat, and I distinctly remember there being a difference. I think it was like something pretty minor, like my pencils were just more consistently laying down nicely, or it was spraying down matte, because a problem that you can have with Mr. Super Clear is that when you spray it, you can spray it wrong, and then it's like just hard like to get the pencils to lay down correctly. The surface is not as matte as it should be, and it's a little bit more slippery. So I distinctly remember there being a difference. From then on, I started picking up the UV Cut Flat, and that's all I've been ordering, and for some reason Amazon has been sending me the UV Cut Matte, and ever since they started sending me this, I just feel like there's been a difference. And I think it's like my repaints when I'm painting them have just been a little bit more slippery, and I've had to go in with paint. It's been happening pretty much consistently with all of my recent repaints since I did the OMG LOL doll, and that is when I think I started using this. And it's annoying. Why are they sending me this? I want the other one. I ordered the other one, they sent me this. It's a different product. What are you doing? I don't know if I'm being like overly paranoid, and maybe there isn't actually a difference and I'm just kind of putting a lot into it. But if you guys usually use the UV Cut Flat, can you tell me if they've been sending you this and you think it's also different? And also, why are they sending me this? Next up, we have yarn hair, or acrylic yarn. I love acrylic yarn. I would say that acrylic yarn is probably my go-to for hair. I also like nylon doll hair, but it's just a little bit more like slippery to work with. I'm just more used to this stuff. I got two types. This is just like a mix of different colors, and this one, which is in like a dusty pink. It's just like a pretty like earth tone kind of mixed colors, and I think it'll look really nice blended together on a certain doll that I have in mind. So I got this one, and then I got this dusty pink, and this is also pretty. I like this kind where it's like woven kind of tightly like this, and then you brush it out, and it's just like nice and wavy. I haven't straightened yarn hair in a really long time, because I just find that it's not that much of a difference. If I use a looser yarn hair than this is, it gets pretty straight. Like there's not really much of a difference when I straighten it. And when I use this, I like the wavy look to it. So I just haven't been straightening doll hair recently, which goes me on to another point. I kind of want to try out things that aren't acrylic yarn for doll hair, because I feel like since I'm not straightening them anyway, they would probably look fine as hair. Like it might look kind of poofy and wavy, but I don't really mind that in dolls. Like I kind of like that look. So that's my hairs. I also wanted to share this with you guys, which is kind of like boring. I have a weird thing with notebooks. I picked up a new notebook because I write scripts on these. Or not script. Okay, a lot of people who do doll repaint videos, they make scripts. And then I assume that they read the script during the voiceover. I've found in the past, when I first started doing doll repaints on YouTube, I tried to do that, but I read things very robotically. So I couldn't just make a script that I just read, which is probably why my voiceovers are probably a little bit more unprofessional compared to other people's. But I just make an outline. So I just like write down the basics of what I want to touch on a repaint, and I always write them down in a notebook because I just like writing in notebooks. I specifically like notebooks that have spiral bound on them. I rarely ever buy notebooks that are not spiral bound because I don't know, it just kind of, I don't like bending things and then they get all like bent and stuff, and I'm just a little anal with my notebooks, okay? So yeah, I picked up that. I bought a spray booth recently. It's too big to show you guys, and I haven't taken it out of the box yet because I bought it for my airbrush and I haven't had to use my airbrush recently. But I don't know, I was pretty excited. It was like 150 bucks. There are cheaper ones on Amazon that you can get. They're like 80 bucks, but I found when I was looking into videos of people reviewing spray booths, they said that you can get like a hose that's like aluminum foil. I guess it's aluminum foil. Maybe it's probably like a heavier duty thing than that, but it rips easily, or it can rip easily if you're a little bit rough with it, I guess. So I got one with a plastic hose, so it's a little bit more heavy duty, which is why it was a little bit more expensive. But I haven't tried it out yet. I will definitely show you guys when I try it out, but I got it specifically for my airbrush. So more kind of little supplies. I got these. This one I got from the craft store. It is just little flowers. I figure it'll be good for some sort of a project. And then I went to my fabric store and they had little flowers as well. So I got some more little flowers and these little diamonds that I think will be cute for some sort of a project. One of the things that I'm most excited about to show you guys that's like a supply is I spent too much money at Blick. Okay, so this first thing, it's not super exciting, but it's just gouache paints. I had gouache paints that a lot of you guys told me in my LOL OMG repaint, because I was saying how like they're really old and I got them in college and like a lot of them are crusty, and you guys told me that you can reactivate them with water, which is really helpful, because I still want to use some of those. But I came to realize when I was like doing the repaint of the LOL doll that the kind that I had was acrylic gouache. I don't know if there's any difference between acrylic gouache and just normal gouache. I'm not sure. But I found that it was a little bit difficult to, if I laid down the gouache and I didn't like it and I wanted to lift it back up, it was kind of hard to lift it back up. So I didn't know if that had anything to do with the acrylic component of it, because acrylic and gouache are two totally different things. So I don't really understand how something can be acrylic gouache, because gouache can be re-water activated and acrylic can't. And I feel like you would use them for two different things. So I don't even know why you would want acrylic gouache, but obviously I bought this back in college when I didn't really know a whole lot about gouache. I just picked it up. So I picked up more gouache. I got these Holbein Artist gouaches, and there's a ton of them. There's like a ton of different colors. They're really small little tubes, but that's okay with me because I don't think I'll ever go through these. And I swatched them. So I swatched everything I'm about to talk about, but these are the gouaches down here. So there's a variety of shades, and I wanted to see how much you can like lift it back up with this black. If you can see, if you're wondering like what's going on there, I was trying to like re-wet it and lift it up, and you can get it off pretty much all of it. I love how like matte they are. They're so matte and pretty. Like, oh, they're like chalky. I like it. So got some gouache, and then these next things. So Fine Tech is, if you guys are familiar with watercolors, they have metallic watercolors, which I think is what they're known for, and they're like really, really pretty. I think they're kind of unnecessary. Also, this purchase was unnecessary when I show you the next thing I'm about to talk about. But I was at Blick and I was looking at their watercolors because they're always really, really pretty, and they had neon watercolors, and I was like, oh my god, neon paint on face-ups would probably be really, really cool. Fine Tech is an expensive brand, but I came to find out that if you're in Europe, it's actually way cheaper. I bought these for like 60 bucks. I should really return them, but I'm not going to because I don't even know what Blick's return policy is, honestly. But this is what the palette looks like. And as you can see, some of these look darker, but they paint on way more neon. And this is what they swatch like up here. So they are quite bright. But I went on Amazon, and they sent me this too, by the way. It's just like a nice metallic paint, and it's really pretty. It's like a blue to purple shift, so I'll definitely use it for something. That, and then I went on Amazon and I found these, which are Uli Chroma Colors neon watercolors, and I expected these to be like, I didn't really have much expectations for these because they were so cheap. They were only like $11. And they come with way more shades. And I expected these to be, I don't know, I just had low expectations. But also, if you're doing a repaint, you're putting it in such a small place that I don't really need these to like blend super well. I'm basically only using these for like lip colors and eye colors and maybe like makeup. I'm not like painting a whole painting with these. I swatched these as well, and those are these down here. And these are also quite neon, and they lay down pretty well. Like I don't really see much of a difference between the two. And again, if you're using these for repaints, you're putting them in such a small place that you don't really need them to blend super well together, which you would need if you're doing like a watercolor painting. I kind of regret buying the Fine Tech palette, but if you guys are looking for some neon watercolors, these are, I mean, they look pretty nice to me in the swatches. Again, I haven't used these yet, but I kind of have high expectations after swatching them. So Arteza sent me some stuff, and I'm just gonna go over those quickly. I did a whole review of these in my dark reindeer repaint. So I was in the market for some metallic acrylics because I really like my metallic watercolors, but I came to realize they work really nicely for repaints on like a face or a face up. But when you put them down, so like I've used them on past mermaids that I painted, and I painted the whole tail with them, and I've set them with Mr. Super Clear several times, and when I put the varnish down on top to set them even more, they start moving around, and it's annoying. So I wanted to look into some acrylic metallic paints, and I was going to buy these anyway, but then Arteza reached out to me and were like, hey, do you want to try some stuff from us? I got the 12 pack, which are these, and to be completely honest, I should have just gotten these because the other one, there's a lot of like the same colors in the other pack that I got from them. There is a really good variety, so all sorts of colors, and then these. So there's pretty much kind of whatever color you would need, but I also asked them to send me these, which are way bigger, and it's their jewel tones, so they're just in a way bigger thing. There is like some colors that aren't the same, but yeah, it's just a lot of them are very similar to that other pack, so I probably didn't need this one, but I don't know, it's cool to have anyway. If you're familiar with metallic acrylics, these work basically the same as all of the other metallic acrylics that I've used, where they're not like, if you just went down on like they don't paint 100% opaque. I find that these work really well if you are trying to layer paint. Like if you put down an opaque acrylic and then you put this on top, it looks really pretty. But if you wanted to just use this, you probably have to do a couple coats because they're just not fully opaque. They also sent me some felt, which is exciting because I didn't have any felt prior to this. Now I have so much felt. I have all the felt. Oh, in my felt journey, I came to realize that there is two different kinds of felt. I didn't know any of this prior to this. I think like this is probably old news to some people, but there is a stiff felt and there is like floppy felt. So they sent me this pastel pack, which is just a bunch of different pastel felt. And then they sent me this metallic felt pack, which is a bunch of different metallic felt. My only complaint about this is that it's white on the one side. So it's this like beautiful metallic color on the one side, and then the other side is white. And I just find it a little jarring when you're using it. So usually I have to go and paint the other side on whatever I'm using it for. And then these I bought off of Amazon, and these are just kind of more basic colors than the pastel and the metallic. These are all floppy felt, so there's no stiff felt in this. Yeah, so now I have all the felt in the world that I'll ever need for any project. So I got a book. I am awful at sewing, and it's something that I know, and it's something that I need to like put the time into more to figure out how to sew and how to make clothes and different types of patterns, because I know that I just kind of, I'm very basic with clothing, and I know it's something that I want to work more on, but I just don't like sewing, so I put it off. But I went to my local bookstore, I went to Barnes & Noble's, and I bought a sewing book. This is the pattern making primer, so it just like shows you different patterns you can make of like kind of more complicated like skirts and dresses and shirts and things. And yeah, I tried reading it and like I was really bored, but I'm sure it's something that people who like to sew would find like super interesting. And maybe when I start putting in the effort to figure out how to sew more. I'll find it like super interesting, but right now I'm like, oh, this is so boring. But again, I'm going to learn how to do more complicated sewing things because I know it's like an area of my repaints that I would like to be better. So it's something I need to make the effort to work on because I know that it's like, it's not the best, you guys. Like, I know it, okay? I recognize it. All right, I think the rest of this stuff, most of the rest of the stuff is like dolls. This next thing was something that was sent to me. So Beck's Mini Studio, or Becca, messaged me on Instagram and was like, hey, can I send you a package of like some craft supply extras I have? And I was like, sure. I always feel bad when people send me packages, like, because it's like so nice and like, I don't know, just really nice. I'm like, I say thank you, but like, I'm like, can I say thank you like 10 more times? I just don't know how to like express myself super well in that area, but I'm always grateful for it. So they repaint dolls and they have a Etsy and an Instagram and they have a YouTube, but I think they like put full repaint videos on it. I don't know if like they're trying to do that. I don't really know what's going on, but I will link their stuff down below. And their dolls are really pretty, but this little card they gave me, and they wrote a nice little note inside of it, and they just sent me some cool stuff. So like, I don't know, it's just like doll extras they have. They sent me a Rainbow High doll, which is like so nice. Like, I love Rainbow High. I have a couple of them, but I always kind of like, I need to repaint another one. My hair's frizzy. I need to repaint another one, but they're expensive. I have a Sunny doll, but my Sunny doll is so pretty that I've been kind of avoiding painting her. She's in, so this is her one outfit, and she's in like the outfit that she like comes in, and I also really love the outfit she comes in, so I've been avoiding painting her. And then I have two other Rainbow High dolls that are just so gorgeous. I don't want to repaint them, but now that since I have this Sunny doll, so she's like an extra Sunny doll, I will probably repaint her at some point. But she's also really pretty, so thank you for sending me this. She sent me some hair. This is the Doll Planet, who I love. And then some like extensions. Some more extensions. And then this I think is like, is this Kanekalon? I don't even know, okay? I've never used it before, but it looks real nice. Like, I don't know what this is, I'm gonna be honest. Maybe it's not Kanekalon. It says doll hair nutty. So, whatever that is, but it looks really soft. Yeah, I don't know what this is. I want to use it for something because it's like, it's a fiber that I've never seen before. I'm very basic with doll hair, okay? Again, yarn or nylon, because those are what I have. She also sent me some yarn, white yarn specifically, which I used all of mine up. And I don't know if I mentioned that in my lamb video or not. Maybe that's why she sent me white yarn, but I just used up all my white yarn. These are like little cabochon-y things. I actually have like a whole bag of these, but I think these are some that I don't have. These always come in handy for doll stuff, so I appreciate that. These are actually one of the things I was most excited about. So they sent me some tiny little tattoos, and these work exactly like temporary tattoos. So you just cut them out and then you put water down on top of them. And yeah, they're like really tiny, so I'm sure I can use them for something. But I was really excited about those because I have temporary tattoos that I bought from Daiso, but I only have like a couple of them, and I haven't found like a project to use them for, so this is just way more than I have. Wings, which I feel like they made, like I'm not really entirely sure, but I feel like they made these, and they're really, really pretty. I think they go this way. Thank you. Like, these are so cool. I don't know how they made them. I mean, I could probably guess, but they're gorgeous and they're sparkly, whichever side they go on. So this is in some wire. These I know are little tiny seashells, and I opened this and it was kind of hard to get back closed, but they're little tiny seashells. So I'm not gonna open it again, but you can find those on Amazon if you guys are ever on the lookout for them. This is just like fabric and like a leaf thing and some ribbon and stuff, so that's always useful for doll projects. This is various assortments of glitter and like washi tape, and some This stuff is like little doll supplies. Like there's like a tiny little doll belt in there and some flat back gems and some little roses and just all sorts of stuff that I'm definitely going to use at some point. Shoes. If you guys don't know these shoes, these are the Blythe, I think these are the Blythe shoes. These are Blythe shoes that you can get off of like AliExpress. I think that these are also Blythe shoes. I'm not sure. Maybe they're just like 1/6 scale shoes. But yeah, there's like little Converse things and then some little cowboy boots and some beads and like gems and stuff. So yeah, they also sent me a tiny little pug dog and a skeleton that I put away and I forgot to take out. But thank you so much, Becca. I already told you thank you, but thank you again. Like, this was just really sweet, and I didn't know it was gonna be in it, but it's all stuff that I'm sure I'm gonna find useful. Another thing that was sent to me was this. So me and Steffu Doll did like a little swappy thing. They sent me candy from the UK, and then I sent them candy from America because they are an American, and there was like things that they were wanting, and there were things that their husband was wanting. And I sent them the wrong thing because I'm dumb, so I'm so sorry. But yeah, they wanted Sweet Tarts and I sent them Smarties, and my brain was like, okay, I like Smarties more than Sweet Tarts. Like, I think that they're the higher class of sugary disc candy. But their husband likes Sweet Tarts, and they're very similar, but Sweet Tarts are like more sour, and I sent them Smarties. So I'm so sorry, Steph. I'm stupid. But the main thing that we were kind of exchanging was doll stuff. I wanted a Sindy doll, and if you guys don't know what Sindy is, it's like a UK doll, and they wanted one of the Wild Hearts crew dolls, so we kind of exchanged those. They sent me a Sindy doll and I sent them a Wild Hearts crew doll. And here she is in all of her big-headed glory. I was actually kind of shook. Okay, there you can see her. Because I expected her head to be smaller, but her head's like really big. And this is the first Sindy play line, so she's like all articulated, and she comes with some really cute little things. So yes, Sindy. I wanted the pink-haired one. There's also a purple-haired one that I want, but realistically, I do not need 2 Sindy dolls. I just don't. But they're really cute. So I did open her, and then I put her back. But I figure I'll open her when I finally paint her. Yeah, she's like real vintagey doll looking. So, oh my god, let's talk about heads. So, yeah. Where's my heads? Y'all may know I like buying heads. Can you see her feet? Hey, I can't remember if I mentioned this in my last haul video about this head. I don't think I did. But if I did and I'm mentioning it again, I'll probably just edit this out. I got this little demon baby. I got this from eBay. There was a certain seller that I buy heads off of on eBay, and they took all their stuff off for some reason recently, and I don't know why. I'm like, are y'all gone? Like, come back. Who am I gonna buy weird demon baby heads off of? So yeah, I think if I paint this, which I definitely will, it's very hard, by the way. I will paint it and use a rainbow high body probably. Oh my god, I almost dropped it. I'll probably use a rainbow high body. Got 2 heads from AliExpress, and I haven't bought heads off of AliExpress in so long, but they're so cheap. I got this little anime head. The paint on this is actually really nice. I didn't want the paint on it, but I think I could only find it with the paint on it, so I was like, whatever. But it's painted really nicely. I don't know. I know that there was like a doll line. Is it like Precure or something, or Precure? I don't know. I don't watch that anime, but I think that's what this doll head is for. I'm more into anime repaints than I was, because before I was like not into them at all when I did my LOL repaint. So I wanted an anime head, and I got that one, and then I got this Lika-chan, which is basically kind of Japan's equivalent to Barbie, I guess, or at least that's what people explained it to me as. And she's really cute. I think their equivalent to Barbie is really cute. I'm going to put her on some sort of a body, maybe my ozone body, maybe I'll put the anime head on my ozone body, I don't know. I need to buy more bodies because I have so many heads laying around and not nearly enough bodies. So they're going into my head collection. I definitely have a head collection. I should get like a nice clear acrylic jar to put them in so I can like display them. because they're my passion in life. They're definitely my other hobby is buying weird random heads I find on eBay and AliExpress. Okay, let's talk about Miss Feets. So this woman, don't talk to me or my daughter ever again. So this is Fancy Nancy. I want to paint an animator doll, but my biggest kind of gripe with animator dolls is their face sculpts are very, very nice, but they do not have articulated bodies, like, at all. They're very basic articulation. So I picked up this Fancy Nancy to see if I could put an animator head on her, but now that I think about it, I have no idea how I'm gonna do that. This head is hard as a rock. I don't know how I'm gonna get this head off this body. It's articulated though, like completely, which is kind of rare, I think, on these like toddler-sized dolls. Oh my god, she hit me in the head. Her hands are not moving though, so maybe that's not very articulated. I could probably, there we go. It's just very stiff. And then her knees are articulated. The sculpt on this is like pretty nice, but she has this annoying weird glass eye thing. Like, it's not glass, they're not inset, but the iris is inset or something. Like, it's just deeper into the face than the eyes are. I don't like this, okay? Because it makes it harder for me to repaint. It looks kind of cool, to be honest. So if I were like a baby or a doll collector, I'd probably be into it, but me as a repainter doesn't like it. So I got me some Fancy Nancy. Oh, these. I love these. These are the LOL tween dolls. I like these way more than the big LOL dolls because I just find that those dolls, I don't know, just like, I'm just not super into it. But these, on the other hand, I think are the cutest thing ever, and I really want to repaint this doll into like some sort of a chibi doll. So that's her. She's so cute. I just love their like little bodies and their like smaller heads. I mean, their heads are still big, but I just think they're like the cutest thing ever. So I got that, and I kind of have an idea in mind that I'm going to do for it. My other love is these. So I'm just really into tiny dolls. You guys all know that. I like these little small things. These are the Barbie Extra Minis. Picked these up. I picked this one up. Came with a whole playset, and I was just like, I do not need that. I only want the doll. I just want to repaint the doll. So I gave the playset to my friend's daughter. But these are so cute. I really like these. I like their big old heads and their little bodies. I think that they look better clothed. So I will show you guys what she looks like without her clothes on. Her shoulders just look really weird, I think, proportion-wise compared to her head. I'll show you the whole body, so I'll take her pants off too. I am also not crazy about the fact that her hands aren't articulated. I just kind of wish they were, but I do understand that this is like a very small scale to do, so I imagine that would be a little bit more difficult. But that's what her body looks like. Focus on the doll. So yeah, like they look okay. I am going to definitely paint one of these dolls as this, but I do want to rebody them onto maybe like a Cave Club doll. I'm not entirely sure. Or maybe just like a normal Barbie. Not a normal Barbie, but like maybe like an Ever After High doll. Sculpts are really, really cute. And I just think these are adorable. I also got two more. So I got these two. I haven't opened them yet because I'm probably gonna repaint them. These ones have like weird chunky glitter on their eyes that the other one doesn't, and I just don't understand. It was a choice and I just don't understand the choice. I really want the deeper complected one from this line as well, but it was sold out when I went to buy these on Walmart.com, which I think is the only place that I've seen these at. That's all the doll repaint supply and doll stuff I picked up recently. So yeah, if you guys picked up anything recently that you're like really excited about to use, also want to ask if there's any doll lines that are coming out soon that you're excited about, because there are definitely some that I'm quite excited about. I'm excited about the mermaids dolls. I think those look pretty cool. They're kind of expensive, but they look really cool, and they're so pretty. Like when I saw their faces, I genuinely was like, they look like OOAK face-ups. Like they look like somebody went through and like painted each of them by hand. So I'm quite excited about those. I also just think they're very pretty dolls. And I'm also excited about, so they're making a Rainbow Junior High line. If they're just like smaller versions of Rainbow High dolls, I'm all here for it because obviously I like those things. I wonder if they are this big. Like I'm trying to picture Rainbow High dolls this big. I'm not really, I can't really picture it, but I'm excited for those. I also heard that they're making a raven high thing, or they're making like a gothy rainbow high thing, which I have not seen photos of that. So I don't know when that's coming out, but I'm excited for that. Let me know all that down below. Like this video if you like this video, subscribe, it makes me happy, and I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. Bye!